Well, welcome back to Mid-Norfolk, and we're going to update you on our barn conversion. First glance, doesn't particularly look much different since we did the last video, which is quite a few weeks ago now, but if you look carefully, the roof is now complete. We've got some beautiful new lead work on either gable end, and the ridge tiles have all been put back on and cemented beautifully, so that is definite progress. What isn't looking quite so beautiful is the digger park and our drains, which we are right in the middle of relining and exploring, and we have a whole host of lines that have gone down now through the garden right the way down to where the new Clargester is going. So all this destruction within the garden has been quite traumatic. They seem to purposely look for a daffodil to dump their digger on, but there you go. That is the joys of having a build done on an existing site, and we've got a lovely big new car park for the builders, but they still decide to park their diggers down a ditch. Well, nice and easy, and from their perspective secure around the back here. Let's go and show you inside the barn, because there has been quite a lot of progress since we last filmed this 2 to 3 weeks ago. Coming in now through what is going to be our scullery, and yes, windows have arrived on site. We've got one sitting where it should be. They should have theoretically all gone in last Thursday and Friday, but they didn't. We have got some plastering starting to progress. This is the back end with the Velux windows in the roof. First fix electrics all coming nicely through the plaster now. You will have noticed the underfloor heating all in situ on the Celotex, and the first fix plumbing there for where we're going to have the sink on this wall in that beautiful unit that's being built for us that will sit in this position. Let's go through into the main barn. Now, we haven't got lights on in here at the moment, so I'm not sure how well this is going to come out on film. First of the barn windows has gone in, which is letting the light through and giving us the view out through the front, which is lovely. We have got on site now, that's the top half of the window that's going to fit into this window, which is going to be absolutely spectacular. That is the bottom of it, and then the other piece will sit on top. This is the first of the what do you call them, not French windows, these are completely sliding doors. I can't remember the name, it's gone now, but that's going in the position on the end, so the whole thing will open up and be through into the garden and give us the path out on the long view back into the vegetable garden. And here we have the entrance, which will be through the door to the new toilet and shower room, which comes off there. This is going to be another big French door, patio door, which goes out onto the new patio and through onto the garden. Underfloor heating through here on a separate circuit, and this huge great monster of an unglazed frame in hardwood is the top half of the window that's going to be the old barn door. So the bottom hasn't arrived yet, that's still to come on site. The last bit we've got on here is the new back door, which is made in the style of a barn door. Beautiful big heavy hardwood frame, this one glazed, and that's going to go in where we first came in. That's the little window that they've just repaired the brickwork on, which is that one there in the distance. We are plastered in the old chicken house now on the walls. I could, if the windows hadn't been in there and I still had the frame, be painting that. What I have done and painted is the ceiling. When we had the frame up for the plasterers, they were good enough to leave it up for me a couple of days, and this now is end finish. Beautiful, lovely job they've done on the plastering. I'm really pleased with the plasterer. He is doing a magnificent job, and we've painted all that. It's got a slip coat and 3, I think I put eventually, top coats on. Pure brilliant white matte trade emulsion, went on beautifully, and it looks the biz. Lime wash, I've still got to do some more, but again, it's difficult working in here now because we've got windows sitting around, but also not wanting to lean anything until we get our floors in. So I think we're going to wait now until we've got some flooring put down, which is hopefully going to be over the next week to week and a half. Log burners coming in where that piece of window is sitting with the plinth below it. That needs forming before the 27th when the log burner is being fitted on this wall. But I do want to get a more even coat of lime wash on these old bricks. This is the original brick finish, which was probably put in the 50s or 60s, maybe earlier. It's got proper foundations when we explored this room and opened it up. So the original barn was the full length that we're reinstating again now. And these were put in when they converted the house and extended the cottage through into the end of the barn sometime in the last century. We're not entirely sure when, but it's going to be such a lovely big room, this, and we have also went down to Suffolk and bought 2 enormous vintage brass lamps, which are going to hang from this smaller beam and this smaller beam, the one above the tie, and then the big glass and brass chandeliers coming off the centre big beam here. So we've got some really impressive light fittings, which are almost 4 feet in diameter and 12 arm to go in these positions. So lighting, I think, in this space between the window glass that's going in and then in the evenings the lamping circuits that we're putting in is going to be absolutely spectacular. So good progress. Always seems to be taking such a long time when you're doing these projects, but really they are cracking on with so many different aspects of this build to bring it all together. Really looking forward to these windows going in, hopefully next week. More plastering to be completed, getting on with the painting as I can, and then hopefully getting our floor, which has been sitting on pallets in the courtyard for 3 months now, well tarped up. Can sit there for another 12 months, but I'd love to get it down. We were promised it was going down in January, but as is the way with these old building conversions, there is always more work to be done and things found in the progress of the build that slows things down and takes so much longer. So, thanks for watching, and we will keep you updated with more frequent videos as we see this progress into the finished product over the next few weeks.